And to help us analyze the weekend games in the UAAP Seniors Basketball Tournament, kasama natin ang basketball blogger na si Nico Baguio. Nico, good evening. Welcome to The Score.
Welcome, Sir TJ.
Thank you for joining us. Nico, well, ikaw, pina-follow kita sa Twitter. Marami kang Twitter followers. Very active ka to talk about the games.
Yeah.
And kung hindi niyo po alam, si Nico is one of the geekiest geeks in Philippine basketball culture. Kasi kung alam niyo po yung advanced stats, siya na po siguro pinaka-advanced. Pero let's talk a bit about some basic stuff now about the games this weekend. First, let's talk about the NU Ateneo game. It's the first loss of Ateneo, and NU was the one to give them this loss. Anong nakita mo dito sa game na to? You mentioned earlier, we're talking before we went up here, that NU is one of the better defensive teams in the league. Is that the reason why napahirapan ang Ateneo?
Before kasi yung game ng Ateneo sa NU, mostly yung mga nakalaban ng Ateneo is mga, sabihin na natin, hindi ganun kaganda ang pinakita nila sa depensa.
Okay.
Kaya nung kinalaban nila ang NU na isa sa mga pinakamagaling na defensive team sa UAAP ngayon, nagkaroon sila ng maliit na problema dahil kumbaga kayang tapatan ng NU ang offensive power ng Ateneo.
So talk about some of the highlights though for Ateneo. No? Arvin Tolentino, another big game, 17 points. Siyempre yung juniors game, playing for his high school in San Beda, very few people saw him.
Yeah.
But the little you've seen of him, how good is this kid going to be? I remember there was a discussion that Mark Molina compared him to Aldrich Ramos.
Yeah.
Tapos kayo mga friends niyo, sila Chuck, sila Job, you were talking about, teka lang, sino ba talaga ang pwede ipag-compare dito? How can you foresee the future of Arvin Tolentino for Ateneo?
I like the best comparison I like is the one that Nico Salva gave on Twitter. Sabi niya, Arvin Tolentino is a taller Ryan Buenafe. So, kumbaga,
I agree. I'll agree with that. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Si Arvin Tolentino kasi kung makikita mo, hindi siya fit. Hindi siya
Marami bang baby fat?
Baby fat.
Okay.
Pero, magaling siya dahil kaya siyang gamitin ni Coach Bo as a decoy, tulad ng paggamit niya kay Ryan Buenafe nung last year, as a decoy sa pick and roll kapag kunwari ini-involve niya si Kiefer on a pick and roll. Pwede siya mag-roll, magaling siya mag-roll, magaling siya mag-pop, kaya niya rin mag-shoot. And he's actually a better shooter than Ryan Buenafe was last year.
Well, Ryan was never really a good shooter percentage-wise. No? He'd hit big shots.
Yeah.
Pero I remember kami ni Boom lagi namin napapansin yung percentages niya. Ang bababa, minsan less than 20%, di ba?
Definitely.
He just hits big shots in the championship. So, yun.
Pero one difference between both of them is Ryan was a better passer of the high post, of the low post, from the perimeter. Drive and drops, drive and dish. Yun siguro yung isang bagay na pwedeng
he can
work on ni Arvin Tolentino, especially yung high post. Kasi gustong ginagawa ni Coach Bo na nagsislip siya. Tapos yung guy niya, i-back down niya from the high post and then from there work.
Correct. So he's got a very versatile game, inside,
definitely.
outside. So a lot more to see for Ateneo, for Arvin Tolentino. Para sa NU, syempre coming into the season, everybody had question marks. Kaya ba nilang maging competitive without Ray Parks, without Embe? This is now the team of Alolino, of Rosario, and the two imports. Of course, you got Betayen and Aroga. But what do you like from NU, and why are they doing well so far? Are they playing better as a team? Really? Is that what people are saying as a team now because wala na yung Ray Parks na dominant siya sa shots sila ni Embe?
Mahirap kasing sabihin na ang drop-off ng NU is, or kumbaga, they're playing good now dahil they're playing better as a team. Mahirap sabihin yon dahil that would be disrespect to what Parks did to NU. Pero ang isang magandang dulot ng, or makikita mo ngayon, is meron na silang identity. Ang NU ngayon, for the past few seasons, since si Eric Altamirano dumating and si Bobby Ray dumating, they're a better defensive team now. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, they're one of the better defensive teams in the league. And I think one of the things na yung co-leagues ko understand is that if you're not a talented team, one way to get there or one way to win games is to muck up the game. Fewer possessions, better defense, and then your offense can just find a way to make up for whatever your defense can give you.
And that looks like what the style is of NU this year. Okay, moving on a bit, let's talk a bit about Adams and USC. It was a close game, but it was not pretty. I remember it was like 49 all for the last gazillion minutes. Neither could score until Kent Lau made the final free throw, one, I think the fourth of his 4 free throws. He missed the first 3. But was it a matter of good defense between these two teams, or it was also a problem of bad offense for both teams?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Kasi ang UST, they're known as a defensive team.
Okay.
Much like what I've said about NU.
Okay.
They like to lower the number of possessions in a game, and then with their long arms, force a lot of turnovers, force a lot of missed shots.
Right.
Combine that with yung inexperience ng Adamson team that features siguro, I think, 6 or 11, anywhere between 6 to 11 rookies, I think.
Yeah, 11 actually.
11. 11 rookies.
Yep, dami,
So yun,
dami, yeah.
combine yung defense na yun and yung inexperience ng Adamson, along with the fact that yung UST ngayon, they're trying to reinvent themselves offensively dahil nawala na si Jerick Ten and the year before that, nawala din si Jerick Fortuna. So they're trying to reinvent their offense. Lalo na ngayong nag-iba din yung coach nila. Yung identity nila as a defensive team nandun pa rin, pero yung offense nila, still trying to figure it out.
Who do you expect between the two? Ferrer, Mariano, who should and who will step up eventually offensively?
I think Mariana should be the one.
Okay.
Pero I can understand why they'd want Ferrer to go to get a more of the scoring load. Kasi nga, si Mariano, I think he's right around last playing years, last few playing years niya, and Ferrer still has 2 more.
Right. So if you can improve him now and still ride on him
kumbaga,
next couple years,
parang
why not?
future
Good point.
developments
Good
for
investment.
Ferrer. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Skip over a bit to FE, UP. UP still winless this season. They did promise that they'll have at least 3 wins.
Promise.
Likelihood they're saying that they'll beat Adamson twice. So we have yet to see that that matchup. But talk about FEU and how well they play. They've been playing so far with Mike Tolomia, finally really coming out of his own, emerging. Talk about a bit of what Coach Nash is doing there.
Yung offense kasi ni Coach Nash, kumbaga, sinabi niya na yun last year na ang offense niya equal opportunity. Hindi yan masyadong napansin last year dahil nga nandun si Terrence, nandun si RR. Pero ngayon, mas mapapansin mo na dahil hindi nagmamatter kung sino yung naglalaro. Basta marunong ka mag-shoot, you know how to move the ball, you know how to set good screens, which the FU team right now knows how to do between Tolomia and Mark Bello and Pogoy and Carl Cruz and the others. They're producing a good offense. And kumbaga, yung identity ng FU set na. They're a really great to good offensive team. Which has problems defensively na minsan up and down.
Okay. Well, it's fun to watch so far for FEU. So moving on to the last game yesterday, UE versus LaSalle. This was a wild one. I mean, I gotta say wild because of the numbers. And we saw 32 turnovers in 30 minutes for LaSalle. And then they cut it down to just 4 to help them win it out in the end with their defense. First 3 quarters, what were you seeing? What were you saying about the way UE was handling LaSalle?
Well, mahirap sabihin kasi nalaman mo yung end result eh.
So pero kung naalala mo yung mga comments mo, yung first 30 minutes, parang what's going on?
Parang sobrang labo ng game dahil nga nagulat ako. I actually expected na blowout yung UE or kumbaga sila yung mananalo talaga.
By blowout, That was your prediction?
Parang big margin.
Because they would cause a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers.
Points.
Yeah, and convert that to turnover points. Pero hindi siya nangyari as much as I expected. Kaya yung nangyari dun sa game, kaya ganun yung game nangyari. And then towards the end nga, ang pinaka nakagulat, you wouldn't even remember na 32 turnovers na pala yung LaSalle. Parang,
exactly.
Okay, they're turning the ball over a lot, but really? They had 32?
Yeah, they flipped the switch, In the fourth quarter, they were down 10 points. But does this also say, because of course we're talking about LaSalle, they're so feared because of their offensive firepower, the biggest front line with Van Opstal, Torres, Perkins doing so well, and of course Jeron Teng's offensive prowess. But are they being underrated defensively? Because they played great defense in that fourth quarter.
Defensively, they're inconsistent right now.
Okay.
Kasi I don't know why actually. It's been one of the things I'd like to watch.
You want to figure out?
Yeah, I want to figure out why. Besides looking at the numbers.
Okay.
Pero
they're 6 right now, di ba? In our new defensive ratings, which by the way, thanks to Nico helping us out in the panel, we now have defensive ratings per 100 possessions, not per game. So, but they're 6, no?
Yeah, they're 6, and yung 6th place na yun, they're right below the average, league average.
Okay.
So that wasn't the case last year. They were the best by a mile defensively last year. So parang very surprising to have that big of a drop-off without any major changes in the roster.
And they have some additional guys who are actually, much more athletic as well to help them out. Andrada is back. You know, you guys got like Tratter and Sargent who can also contribute, you know, to the speed and athleticism. What do you think is taking a while for LaSalle to figure things out?
I think it's just luck, a little bit of luck and a little bit of malas din. So, kasi kung makikita mo yung ibang shots ng merong mga loose balls na hindi sila nanalo sa mga 50-50 balls Rebounds, nakukuha nila yung rebounds, pero yung mga loose balls na tapik, hindi nila nakukuha. May halong malas, may halong swerte.
Before I let you go, a bit about UE. It was the first big test for UE yesterday because their first 2 wins, they came in undefeated. But remember, they beat UP and Adamson, okay? First challenge against a tougher team that's obviously seeded in, you know, in most people's minds in the Final Four. And it was the first close game. First time they played down the wire. Because even against UP Adamson, tambakan na eh. How did this impress upon you, yung the way they executed in the fourth quarter?
I liked it, pero I don't think that's their full potential.
Okay.
Between Arafat and Mami and Sumang and Javier, they have a lot of potential to be good this season and compete with the teams na alam ng mga taong magpa-Final Four or magko-compete sa Final Four. So, the fact that they were able to get that game na lumamang sila ng malaki and then just fall short in the end, I think that's a big step. Next step nila is against FU, one of the better offensive teams in the league. Matetest yung defense nila.
Should be really fun, right? Well, what I like now is logjam. A lot of the teams are like smack in the middle, great competition. You cannot guess who's gonna win what game, and even deep analysts like you have a hard time. But thanks, Nico. Appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. Salamat.